Hi everyone, welcome to my channel today. I know it's a long time I did not post any training video, but today I came back with a new topic called the update set. In this training video, I'll show you that how you can create your update set, how you can mark complete update set, and how you can move your update set from one instance to the other instance. I have two instances with me, both are on the Paris release, and let's start the video then. So before I start the actual demonstration part, let's see that what is the meaning of the update set here. An update set is a group of customization that can be moved from one instance to the another instance. In short, in practical language, in layman language, the code which I am defining in my dev environment, I need to move that code from dev to test to prod. The way this has been taken here is called the update set movement, and the place, the term we use to capture that particular changes or the customization or the code is called the update set. Okay, this feature allows admin to group a series of changes into a name set and then move that as unit to another instance. So like the same dev to test, test to production. So let's not waste much time on the introduction part or definition part. Let's have a demo directly. Okay. So you can see here that I log in into my instance with 51698, that is a Paris release, and I will be going to create one update set. Okay, but before that, maybe it's a new concept for many of you guys. So let's see that how I can bring update set on the banner image. Click on the settings button here, go to the developer part, tick box this update set on the header part, pick up the header. So now you can see that by default ServiceNow give us a default global update set. Okay, we always recommend not to use the default global update set, always create your own update set. So how you can create, go here, search for the update set, click on the local update set here, and you can see that one update set is already there. Click on the new. Okay, so I am creating one new update set. Training update set Atul. It should be always in progress. If you want to put any parent for the same, you can put release date you want to put or description you want to put. Let me copy paste the description here and click on the here. Now I have two options. Either I can click on the submit, or I can click on submit and make current. It means if I click this submit and make current, this default global update set will no longer in the functioning for this particular point of time. So let me click submit and make current. I click on submit and make current, so I got a warning or the message on the top, your current update set has been changed to training update set Atul global. It means going forward, if I develop anything in this particular part, if I do any customization in this particular instance, all this will be captured in the training update set. So let's do one thing, let's create one table here. Okay, so you can do either go to the system or either you can search for the table. System definition you can search here. Click on the system definition, scroll down, click on the table. I'm just creating one simple table to show that how the changes will be captured in the update set. Okay, it's a table, column and tables. I click on the tables. I am creating a new table here. Just normal one application, nothing much will do. Want to show the changes only. As I am creating a table here, it means I am creating a custom table here. So I am put my label name here is that update set. I can put demo. My table name will come automatically, that is u_update set demo. I want to extend that table from the task table. That is a different topic which we cover definitely in the some later on the time period. So I am creating one table called this part and is coming from this particular extended. I'm extending this table task. Do you want to create a module here? I can say yes, add module to to the menu. Yes, which module you want to add. I click here. Okay, let me see, not this, or I'll could click on the create. First I'll create new, and new menu name. The name will come here. I'll say let's have this thing only, and click on the submit button. So it will create a module for me, it will create a mobile menu for me, and this table is a user defined table. You can see it's coming as a u underscore. So the table which is coming as the underscore u is the custom defined table. Okay, and now click on the save. Before Paris release, ServiceNow give opportunity and the flexibility to his customer to create n number of tables and n number of columns, custom defined columns and the tables. But now going forward, ServiceNow reduce that flexibility. ServiceNow say that I need to maintain your tables and I will charge it from you now going forward. So what they say, it's totally depend from contract to contract. From the every company has a different contract from the ServiceNow, and in their contract they define that okay, how many tables, how many columns I am giving to you as a custom part. It can be 10, 50, 20, 30, 40, 70, totally depend on the contract to contract. Nothing, I don't know that how many tables from my company can create for us from the ServiceNow perspective. It's totally on the sales part is taken care. So now you can see that my table has been created. Update underscore u underscore update demo is my table has been created, and I extended it from the task table. I can see controls are there. If you want to be auto number, I can put auto number as well. Like I can say it's not UPD. By default it's taking UPD like this. I can say it's update demo should be the auto one. 1000 from starting from 100 I can say. Okay, and number of digits should be like 10. Nothing much I'm doing here. That is totally different topic, so I will not pick up that part. Click on the save. Okay, now let's go to our navigator and search for the demo. So my application and menu has been defined. Let's click on the demo here. Okay, click on the create new. Okay, so for this thing indicates like I created one table, one module, and that should be the part of my update set. Now where you can go and check that is these things captured in my update set or not. Go here, click on this view current update set option. When I click here, I can see the changes. So you can see till now 17 changes has been captured. What has been done? So it say you created one application menu, one table, module, dictionary field, number, update demo. All these things has been created as of now. Okay, now let's stop this thing here only. Now I want to move this code to my production environment. I have another instance again from the ServiceNow, but I name it as a production just to show you the differences. I go here on the production instance. You can see it's my product instance. Search for the update and click on the update source. So it is like now I want to bring some data from one instance to the another instance, so I need to bring the relationship, I need to build the relationship. So it's saying the remote instance definitely. So whenever in your projects, in your team, if you are moving the data from dev to instance, so you can check this thing that how many update sources you have defined. So let's click on the new here. I can put the remote instance dev, and this is my number is 56. Let me pick the number 51698. 51698. It is my development environment. Yes, it is my development. What is the URL here? I can pick up my URL is this one. Copy and paste here. Click on the lock here. It is asking for the username and password. It means it is asking for the authentication. So let me put my authentication here, admin, and I'm putting my password as this dev 51698 instance. Okay, now two options you have. Either you can click on the submit or either you can do the connection test. Let me do the test connection test first. Okay, so my connection has been set up. It means now I can retrieve the update set from this particular dev instance and click on the submit here. Okay, now I go to my update set again and click on the retrieve update set. And from where I'm retrieving my update set, I'm retrieving my update set from the dev instance, from this one. I click here, nothing is there, right? Let me click on the local update set. Let's see if something somewhere is there. Nothing is there. Okay, no worries. So let me go here, update source, and click on my dev instance. Here I can see a button, retrieve completed update set. So this is important to understand here, is that only whenever a update set in the closed state, only then it can be retrieved. In progress, ignored update sets will never be retrieved. So let me click here. Let's see if any update set is available, complete update set. Okay, it's trying to find out something. Okay, it's a one update set retrieve and retrieve, but that is not the our update set. That is some previous update set which I created in the system. I said please. Okay, no worries. I don't want that update set to be actionable. Okay, so this is my update set. I don't want to be work on that part. Okay, let me go here and mark my update set complete. I click on the complete here, click on the save. I will retrieve this update set now. Okay, so you can see your current update set has been changed to default because I close this update set. I can mark complete this update set, so my default updates has been changed now. I click here and click on the again retrieve update set. Now it should retrieve my update set demo things. Let's see. One update set retrieved, previewed. One update set one not retrieved because it is already exist. So you can see this is my update set, training update set, this one. But I did not commit this. Let's close this. Let's reload the page. Okay, let's go here. So now you can see that whenever you are retrieving any update set in the target instance, by default it go in the preview state. Why? ServiceNow give you the opportunity to see that everything which is coming from X to Y instance not impacting anything in the target one. I click here on the update set. I click on the my update set here. Okay, now you can see. Sorry, I pick up the wrong one. Let me click my update set demo. This is my previous one. Okay, this one, right? This one we created just now. Click on this. So you can see it's showing 17 inserts are there. No update, no delete, no collision. Only 17 are there because this is the table I am moving first time from dev to prod, and that is the reason it is not showing me any error here. Okay, if I do some changes in this table, I'll get this information as well. Okay, so let me run the preview again. Okay, I can see the preview here. Okay, let me run again the preview to validate that there should be no error in my update set. I can commit it easily. Succeed 0 in the 0 seconds. Okay, it means being an admin, being a developer, I have verified that my change, which is my customization, which is coming from dev to prod, is not impacting anything in the code as of now. Let's commit on the update set. I click on the commit update set. It means I am saving this update set, executing in the update set in my actual production instance. So logically now the demo one, that application demo or the module demo should be available for the user. So it's showing update set committed, success in 4 seconds. Nice. Click close. You can see it's showing me the commit date. My status has been changed to the committed. From the preview it moved to the committed now. You can see here. Right. Now let's go here and search for the demo. You can see, right? This is the table which we created earlier, and these are the changes should be available here as well, right? So you can see it is working for me as expected. Now the important point which I want to be discussed here is that suppose I commit this update set, and once the application start working, customers say, hey, it is not working as expected. Can you roll back this update set? I can roll back. How I can roll back it? Go here, go to update set, click on the retrieve update set here. This one we committed, right? This one you can see it's still in the previous state, so nothing is there. Click on the committed one. Okay, child update set is there. Okay, let me see. Retrieve update set, it's here. Okay, let me go to the update sources once again to just validate everything. Okay, we call this update set committed. Let's see. Okay, it's not showing. Let me refresh it, my page. The backout button will be appear here now so that I can show you. Okay, still not been there. It's committed, fine, that's fine. It's my changes are there, right? Okay, let's go here for the update. I guess I'll log in as a user here. Update log. Nothing is there. Local update set. Okay, now it will be available in the local part. This one, right? Click on local update set here. So you can see the backout button here. Okay. It means I am removing my all changes from the production instance. It means that underscore demo module, this module will no longer available when I click on the backout. Click on the backout here. When I click on the backout, it will give me the warning. System is giving me the warning. The backout process can undo a large amount of work and cannot be undone. It means by mistake, if you undo this thing, you cannot undone. The backout process will involve validate the backout target for each update set, check for the potential problems. If no problem are found, backout this update set including the all update records belong to this one. It means not only the tables, it will also update the records. Click on the proceed backout. These things are required sometime when we upgrade our systems. I'll show you one more test case here which is required to be show here. Okay, so you can see here it's proceed backout has been done, completed 11 seconds. Click close. Okay, and let me reload my page again now just to show you the changes should be reflected here. Okay, now let's search for the demo. You can see there is a no demo module available. It means my update set has been completely rolled back. Now let's take another use case. Customers say or someone say no, I know that this is a non-error and I got an agreement from the customer as well. Customer X, I got an agreement and this update set should be moved to the production again. It means I want to commit my update set again which I just backed out. How I can do that part and what are the pros and cons for the same. Go to the local update sets here again. Okay, sorry, go to the update source here, my bad. Go to the update sources here, click on this and now open your this one update set. backed out, right? We backed out. So what I'll do now, I'll be again committing this back update set. I know practically the cases of these things are very rare, but I want to show you something here. So I'm going to commit again this update set. Okay, let's have a preview update set first. If anything wrong or something error is there not, I'm doing the preview. It's a preview. Oh my god, this is a sorry. Okay, it's loading. This is the thing I want to show you. It's saying to commit this problem to commit this update set, you must address the all related problem by fixing and previewing the again. It means is that the update set which I receive, which I retrieved from my dev and come into the production, I committed, I backed out, and when I again go to commit, it showing me the errors. Let's see what action I can take on the errors. This is the purpose of that. By this recommitting is the same thing. I want to show that how you can minimize or how you can check that problems. Go here and you can see these errors are available. So let's take example. Let's take this one. What is this showing to me? I click on the error code here. It's loading. Yep, even when it's loading now. Okay. The description saying something bad. Found a local update set that is newer than this one. Something interesting to see here. It means he's saying that the update set which you are committing, he found something similar already in the existing system. And now it asking us, being a admin, being a developer, it's asking us to take some decision. Okay, what decision I can take it? Number one, I can compare with my local update set. Number two, I can show my local update set, local record, that how it's be behaving. Number three, show local update set if any collision is there. Number four, I can accept the remote update set. Number five, I can skip this update set. Skip this particular change, not the update set, skip this particular change. So everything is everywhere, the options are different. Compare with local says show the preview record for the update to compare the current one. Let's click here. Let's see what it happened. Being a developer, it is the responsibility of developer to make sure that he validate all the things. And friends, this problem occur when we upgrade our service now instances or the releases. Suppose I am upgrading from New York to Paris. The conflicts will come, and by this way, the developer do the comparison and take a decision. So it's saying I am comparing these two. This is my local update set, which say it's delete. This is my remote update set, which I am bringing now, insert or update. Okay, I found it's good. Okay, this is the user, this is the name, this is the browser, this is the application. Okay, I'm okay with that. Okay, let's see what is another option available. Show local record. See, this compared with local is having this particular as well. This means if you click this two will be covered. Okay, now the option is that either you can accept the remote one or either you can skip this. I say let me accept the things which are coming from dev. I want to accept it again. Click again, and my one error has been removed. So you can see problem has been ignored. It means I am taking a decision now wisely that what I need to do. So now earlier it was 17, now it is a 16. What I'll do now, I'll scroll down, select all, go to here in the common section and accept remote update. Click here. It means what I'm doing, in the preview I found some problems, I identified the root cause, I took the decision to proceed further. Okay, so now you can see it's showing collision. Earlier when we moved, it's showing insert 17. Now it's showing collision 17. Everything has been done. Let me run the preview again. Because all problems should be out. So it should be green now. Okay, it's again giving the same error because I'm again comparing it. because I make a changes but I did not commit till now. Let me do the same thing again. Same problem it's giving. Let go there and take a normal action. I click here, accept remote update. I done that part now. Let me click on the update set. Till now, if I go here, let me search for the demo. It is not there. Let me click on the commit update set. I am doing the commit again. It's committing. All green. It means my changes will be reflecting now easily. Okay. Click close. Okay, it's committed. Let me refresh my link again and search for the demo. So you can see the application has been retrieved again in the system. So by this way you can do the update set movement and the retrieving, previewing, committing and the backout. Okay, so that was for the today's discussion, friends. If you like my video, please share with your friends, subscribe my channel, encourage me. Also I request you, please, I am doing these trainings from on the basis of my interest only. Okay, so I'm coming with new topics, some old topics as well, and preparing the videos here and putting for everyone benefit. In case you have any other option, you think that Atul, can you create a video on some other topic? I try for the same if I have the knowledge. Otherwise, I need to do the R&D. So guys, till the time, please enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe and to encourage me. See you and have a nice day. Bye bye.